Today on the channel, we're looking at that psychotic Spider-Man symbiote villain. We're looking at the Target exclusive Carnage on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another Marvel Legends review. This time we're looking at the retro card Carnage figure that was exclusive to Target. So obviously I picked this figure up at Target. Had him for a little while, just now getting around to reviewing him. But you know, he definitely was on the short list to get reviewed. And what can I say? Carnage is a villain that came out sort of like at the very tail end of my run on Marvel Comics in the 90s. So in the 90s, you started getting a lot of alternative comic books and stuff. And when Carnage came out and Maximum Carnage and all that sort of thing, Marvel was in the midst of selling out all their other characters for the X-Men. So I still had friends that read Marvel Comics, so a lot of the stuff I read, but I wasn't buying it and I wasn't into it as much as I had been just even maybe a couple of years prior. But Carnage was always a cool villain. He's definitely evolved into a character a synonymous villain with Spider-Man. And so having him in the collection, you know, he certainly grows on you. And so here he is. Of course, he's sort of like the spawn of Venom, and he did a retro card Venom. And I have thus far been unable to acquire a retro card Venom, at least at a price that I'm willing to pay. So probably not going to get him this year. We'll see him next year, but he's definitely a figure that's gonna, that will got at some point. I just haven't been able to get one up to this point. But enough about Venom. We're going to talk about Carnage. Carnage is, of course, on the retro card. Spider-Man retro card, a very popular sub collection of Marvel Legends. And Venom's looking quite cool with a bunch of accessories, which is also part of the reason, you know, why I wanted them. You got your Mark Bagley. God! You got your Mark Bagley artwork on the back. And of course, you've got your small blurb. After integrating with the symbiote Venom's offspring, dangerous criminal Cletus Cassidy became the ruthless villain Carnage. You can see he's got his accessories to go there. Put them on his hands, place of his hands. That's all good. We're gonna get this psycho out and see what we can see. Alright, so we've got Carnage out of his package with his accessories. And he looks like Carnage. Looks great. I'm not sure what body he's on. I don't think it's the Bucky Cat mode. I'm not certain if it's I don't think it's the Vulcan mode for sure. He's way too skinny for that. Whatever body they're using, he looks good. And definitely what you want out of a Carnage. Articulation is pretty cool. He does have the butterfly joints. Pretty generous ab crunch. Pretty decent kicking ability. He's not super tight, so his knees bend well. Looks great. Nightmare fuel and all that. Of course, there was that time that he got. Of course, there was that time he got ripped in half by the Sentry. But less said about that, the better. So his accessories, he's got the tendrils that you can stick on his back, a knife hand, and an axe hand. We'll go ahead and integrate the backpack with a full effect. Knife hand. There we go. But yeah, what could I say? Looks pretty awesome. Can't really complain. If you're looking for a modern Carnage, want to upgrade the other Carnage. I don't have a Carnage, so this is my Carnage. There's nothing to upgrade, and he's definitely what you need if you want a Carnage in your collection for sure. At this point, the only thing I'm really missing is the retro card Venom. So there you go. We'll do a couple of comparisons before we move on to final thoughts. Even though it's not particularly his Spider-Man, we've got the Superior Spider-Man. And since I didn't feel like digging out the Sentry who once ripped him in half, pulled out totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure. So there you go. A couple comparisons for you. Move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts. Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Card Target exclusive Carnage. Really happy with this guy. This year, I would say, of everything that I bought, I certainly made better choices. Like I couldn't get everything, but I definitely picked sort of the best possible stuff to get. Carnage was on that list. I'm certainly not disappointed with him. The only disappointment I have regarding Carnage is that I didn't get the retro card Venom, which is a whole other character on a whole other card. But I kind of wanted them, together. Not that they're buddies, but they made both. I wanted both. I got half of them. But Carnage himself is pretty cool. He's a Marvel Legends. This copy that I have is nice and I don't want to say loose, but he's not overly tight. He's not overly loose. So for this copy, that's great. I'm pretty sure, you're going to find the same kind of deal with this figure, no matter who got one. And I think he's a good 9. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. He's not a favorite character of mine or anything, but he is an awesome interpretation of a character that I like, right? So there you go, 9 out of 10. Where I got a figure rank. This is not the end for Marvel Legends. We still have quite a few things to get through before the end of the year. So I'm working on that. I also have Jada Toy Street Fighter stuff. I've got Mega Man, more Transformers, more G.I. Joe Classified. We're going to be rocking and rolling till the year ends. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out. All that good stuff. I do appreciate every view. I do appreciate every comment. And I comment back to every comment. So if you're watching this video and like you didn't comment back to my comment, it just hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. I don't usually let them go for too long. So I will comment. So till next time, everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.